The laundry room in our apartment building was always quiet at night, the kind of quiet that made every small sound feel louder than it should. The hum of the machines, the faint dripping of water somewhere in the pipes, and the soft echo of footsteps on the tiled floor created an atmosphere that felt strangely heavy. That night, I only went downstairs because my roommate had reminded me that I had forgotten my clothes in the dryer. I expected the room to be empty, like it usually was. But the moment I pushed the door open, I saw her standing there beside the washing machines, my roommate's sister. She looked directly at me with a calm smile and said softly that she had been waiting. For a moment I simply stood there, confused and slightly uncomfortable. My roommate's sister, Emma, wasn't someone I talked to often. She visited the apartment occasionally, sometimes bringing groceries for her brother or stopping by for a short conversation before leaving again. She was always polite, always kind, but we had never really had a reason to speak much. Seeing her standing alone in the laundry room late at night felt strange, like I had walked into a moment that wasn't meant for me. But there was something different about the way she looked at me that night. Her smile wasn't casual or friendly in the usual sense. It carried a quiet seriousness, as if she had been thinking about something for a long time and had finally decided that this was the moment to say it. At that time in my life, everything felt like it was slowly falling apart. I had moved into that apartment only a few months earlier after losing my previous job. The company I had worked for suddenly shut down, leaving dozens of us unemployed overnight. I tried to stay optimistic at first, believing that I would quickly find another opportunity. But weeks turned into months, and every rejection email made the weight on my chest grow heavier. My roommate, Daniel, had been understanding. He gave me time to catch up with rent and never pressured me the way most people would have. Still, living with the quiet shame of struggling while everyone around you seemed to move forward was not easy. Every morning I woke up with the same determination to fix my life, and every evening I returned home feeling like I had taken another step backward. The world outside felt loud and fast, while my own life felt stuck. Maybe that was why Emma's words that night stayed with me so strongly. When she said she had been waiting, it felt like those simple words carried more meaning than I understood at that moment. The laundry room smelled faintly of detergent and warm fabric. Emma stood beside one of the folding tables, a basket of freshly washed clothes beside her. She looked relaxed, but there was a thoughtful expression in her eyes. What surprised me the most was that she didn't seem awkward or unsure. Instead, she seemed completely certain that I would come down to that room at that exact time. The idea that someone had been waiting specifically for me felt strange in a life where I had grown used to feeling invisible. Over the past few months, I had become quieter. I spent more time alone, sending job applications, scrolling through listings, and trying to convince myself that tomorrow would be better. Daniel often worked late shifts, so the apartment felt empty most nights. Sometimes the silence became so loud that it felt like it was pressing against the walls. Emma had noticed something I thought I had hidden well. Later, she explained that every time she visited her brother, she could see the exhaustion in my eyes. She noticed the way I smiled politely but rarely spoke unless someone asked me a question. She noticed how I often sat by the window late at night, staring outside as if I was searching for answers somewhere beyond the city lights. Most people see sadness and look away because they don't know what to do with it. But Emma wasn't like most people. She believed that sometimes the smallest act of kindness could change the direction of someone's life. Over the next few weeks, our brief conversation in the laundry room slowly turned into something deeper. At first it was just casual greetings when she visited. Then it became longer talks in the kitchen when Daniel stepped out. Eventually, it turned into long walks around the neighborhood in the quiet hours of the evening. Emma had a way of listening that made people feel understood without judgment. When I talked about losing my job, about the constant fear of failing again, and about the growing doubt that maybe I wasn't good enough to succeed, she never interrupted or tried to give quick advice. She simply listened. Sometimes that was more powerful than any solution. One evening, while we were sitting on a bench near a small park down the street, she told me something that stayed with me long after the conversation ended. She said that people often believe life changes in big dramatic moments, but most of the time it changes in small quiet ones that almost go unnoticed. She told me that the night she waited for me in the laundry room wasn't random. She had asked her brother about me earlier that day, curious about the quiet guy who always seemed lost in thought. Daniel had explained my situation, mentioning that I had forgotten my clothes in the dryer downstairs. That was when Emma decided to wait. Not because she had some perfect plan, but because she believed that sometimes showing up for someone at the right moment could make all the difference. And slowly, without realizing it, that small moment began to change everything. Emma started encouraging me to apply for opportunities one would normally ignore because I felt unqualified. She reminded me that rejection wasn't proof of failure but simply part of the process. She helped me update my resume and even practiced interview questions with me in the living room late at night while Daniel laughed at our seriousness from the couch. For the first time in months, I felt something that had almost disappeared from my life. Hope. It didn't arrive all at once like a sudden burst of light. Instead, it returned slowly, like the sunrise after a long dark night. There were still setbacks. Some interviews went poorly, and some companies never responded at all. But the difference was that I no longer faced those disappointments alone. Emma's belief in me began to feel stronger than my own doubts. Weeks later, something unexpected happened. I received a call from a small company that had seen one of my applications. The position wasn't perfect, and the salary wasn't amazing, but it was an opportunity. During the interview, something inside me felt different. I spoke with confidence instead of hesitation. For the first time in a long while, I didn't feel like someone begging for a chance. I felt like someone who deserved one. A few days later, I received the message that changed everything. I got the job. That night we celebrated with cheap pizza in the apartment kitchen. Daniel joked about finally getting his laundry room back without random emotional conversations happening inside it. Emma laughed, but there was a quiet pride in her eyes that said more than words ever could. Months passed, and life slowly began to feel stable again. I worked hard, saved money, and eventually moved into a better place of my own. But there was one thing I never forgot. The night someone waited for me in the laundry room when I felt completely lost. Before this story ends, take a moment to tell me in the comments if you've ever experienced a small act of kindness that changed your life. Your story might inspire someone else who is watching right now. Emma and I stayed close friends, and over time our connection grew into something deeper than either of us expected. But what mattered most wasn't the romance or the happy ending. It was the reminder that sometimes the people who change our lives the most are the ones who simply choose to notice us when the world feels too busy to care. And if this story touched your heart even a little, please like the video, leave a comment, and share it with someone who might need a reminder that kindness still exists in this world. Because sometimes, all it takes to change a life is someone quietly waiting in the laundry room.